Man, if you thought Disney was woke before, wait till you hear about this. Welcome to the Bald Brad Show. Our story here is regarding Disney vowing to introduce more gay and LGBTQIA characters within their content by the end of this year. This one comes from once a newspaper, the New York Post, and they say, a Disney executive vowed more inclusivity in its productions as the entertainment giant works to make underrepresented groups, such as racial minorities and the LGBTQ community, account for at least 50% of its regular characters by the end of the year. 50%. This is a massive push by Disney to force feed us these gender ideologies. This is nuts, folks. I mean, Disney pours billions of dollars into these productions. I mean, think about Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, Pixar, the Disney Channel, ABC News, I believe, is owned by Disney. The amount of money that they pour into this, and what they're going to do is basically say, hey, look, by the end of the year, every 1 and 2 movies that we produce, you're going to see a transgender person. You're going to see a pansexual person. You're going to see a gay person, lesbian, bisexual, non-binary. The list goes on and on. I call it the alphabet community because it's endless here, folks, on the amount of people that are quote unquote underrepresented within these films. And they want to make them leads. It's not like one of those things that we've been seeing where maybe they're a supporting character or just like a day character, whatever it is. These are going to be lead characters that are going to be pushed upon your children, force feeding them these ideologies. So if they're not getting it in the classroom, heck, now they're going to get it through Disney. So watch out for those Pixar films and all those other Disney stuff, content, whatever you want to call it, coming out, because it's going to be shown to your son or daughter. Now, with that being said, folks, I want to ask you to do me a favor here on the Bald Brad Show. I would like to do more interactions with those that watch the show, and YouTube wants to see these interactions, which helps promote my video out there to new viewers. They want to see us hit that like and subscribe button as well as leave a comment. So with that comment, I'm curious on knowing what you all think about Disney pushing gay and LGBTQIA characters within their content upon all of us. Do you agree with it? Or do you not agree with it? Again, it helps the show out tremendously. If it didn't, I wouldn't ask you guys to do it. And I also love communicating with you all in the comments down below. Well, with that being said, Carrie Burke, president of Disney's general entertainment content, said the company must do more to make its content more inclusive in a company-wide Zoom call Monday that was later posted to Twitter. She said this, quote, "I'm here as a mother of 2 queer children." Actually, Burke said on the call, 1 transgender child and 1 pansexual child, and also as a leader. Can we just talk about the stats on this for a second? What are the odds of you having a transgender child and a pansexual child in the same household? The reason why I bring this up is the stats have to be astronomical on this stuff. I mean, a transgender person in the general population is like less than 1%. I don't know what the stat is for a pansexual person, but I would imagine it's somewhere in that realm, maybe a little bit higher. But to have 2 of them under the same roof, do you think maybe there's a little bit of gender ideologies being pushed upon these children? I don't have any evidence of it. I'm just saying it's possible. I mean, to have 2 under the same roof is very, very unlikely as far as stats goes, but I digress here. It says, Burke said she supports featuring many characters who are LGBTQIA, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning, intersex, and asexuals or allies. Why does she stop with the IA? Why are we leaving out certain communities within the LGBTQ alphabet community? Why is she underrepresenting people in this statement? I find offense to this. I find offense that you're not including the plus, the minus, the divided by, the square root, maybe the cubed root. Sorry. It's so hard to do this show with a straight face with talking about this type of stuff, folks. I apologize, but of course I'm being facetious with it. She left it out, because she doesn't want to keep going down the alphabet because it could take all day. But she's clearly underrepresenting people here. The call was part of Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow campaign. According to the video posted to Twitter Tuesday, its website promises that 50% of the regular and reoccurring characters across the Disney universe will come from underrepresented groups. The Disney honcho said she had been dismayed to learn from a colleague. This is where she's getting her data from. A colleague that the company had only a handful of queer lead characters in its content. And I went, what? That can't be true, Burke said. And I realized it actually is true. We have many, many, many LGBTQIA characters in our stories, and yet we don't have enough leads and narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters and don't have to be gay, be about gay stories. During the same call Monday, another Disney employee noted how the company also eliminated the use of gender pronouns, or should I say gendered pronouns, throughout its theme parks last summer as part of its inclusivity efforts. Meaning that they used to do this tram and through the park when they're about to do the fireworks or the shows, they would say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This guy has a famous voice that does it. Well, they changed it. They changed it to do this. They said last summer we removed all gendered greetings in relationship to our live spiels or spiles, but basically their shows. Disney diversity and inclusion manager Vivian War said on the call, so we no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's hello everyone or hello friends, which, you know, hey, look, I'm fine with whatever, not that big of a deal at the end of the day. It's not something that's super obvious, like somebody being pushed in front of our faces as gay, pansexual, transgender, all these other things, and then presented as if being trans or that thing is completely normal. If that person wants to be what they want to be in real life, I get it. But to treat it as if it's kind of like common, that it's just normal, you know, I have a little bit of a problem with. Disney is now in the process of changing recorded messages in parks to match the inclusivity push, or said. We no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, war continued. We say dreamers of all ages. Dreamers of all ages. The new push aimed at inclusivity comes as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation Monday that bans Florida teachers from discussing LGBTQ topics like sexual orientation or gender identity with students unless they're in the 4th grade or higher. Again, you do not need to have these conversations with people that are in 4th grade or younger. They're too young. Focus on math. Focus on learning how to read the alphabet. Students already struggle with this stuff enough. That's why they're not passing their reading tests. That's why they're not passing their math tests. Because maybe teachers are spending too much time teaching this LGBTQ, RS, elemental P, alphabet soup community ideologies upon them. And so they're not even spending the time learning the arithmetic, learning the mathematics to multiply, divide, add, and all these other things. But Ron DeSantis gets all this hate from the leftist community when people can't even pass a freaking reading test. It's just mind blowing. We can do a whole video on that, but we're talking about Disney. Disney has denounced the new law and vowed to fight to repeal it. Quote, our goal as a company is for this law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts, and we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that, Disney said in a statement Monday. Why does Disney care so much about this? It's odd to me why Disney cares what a teacher's doing in the classroom from pre-K to, say, 3rd grade or 4th grade. Does anybody else find that odd? Let me know again in the comments, again, for interaction. And also I'm curious as well. I don't want to feel like I'm the only one here that's to think that it's odd that a corporation like Disney wants its hand in the bucket on what Ron DeSantis is doing in terms of what teachers are allowed to teach and not teach in the education system. I just find it super odd. The statement came after some Disney employees staged walkouts and held protests against the Don't Say Gay bill that's now law in the Sunshine State. It doesn't say the word gay anywhere in the bill, but that's not going to stop these leftist snowflakes from melting and being triggered over this stuff and having to walk out of work to give a little picket sign and to protest this bill that doesn't say what they think it says. It's mind-blowing, these people. Burke, meanwhile, got emotional at one point Monday while touting the new push to include more LGBTQIA minority characters in the Disney content. I hope this is a moment where, shoot, the 50% of the tears, are coming. We don't allow each other to go backwards, Burke told Disney colleagues on a call. Responding to Burke's comments during a Fox appearance on Fox News, Tucker Carlson the night Tuesday, DeSantis said it's just an odd manifestation of their corporate values. And I agree, it is an odd manifestation. And, you know, Disney's receiving pushback from this. There's a hashtag boycott Disney being promoted on Twitter right now where people are, you know, they're canceling their Disney Plus subscription. They're canceling their subscription to go to the theme parks, whether that's their annual pass or they're canceling their trip through the Disney cruise lines or whatever it may be. People are canceling Disney or canceling their subscription and boycotting it because of the stuff that they're pushing. And quite frankly, I wouldn't want my son or daughter at a young age being pushed this LGBTQIA elemental P community stuff, ideologies through the use of Disney entertainment, whether that's Disney Channel or that's Disney Plus or whatever the heck it is coming from Disney. I personally wouldn't want that. But again, let me know in the comments down below of what you think about all this. And folks, again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you a little bit later here on The Bald Brad Show.